All right, everybody. So today we are in Germany, in Merzig, Germany, and I came across a Volkswagen dealership right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in here, look around, and see what kind of new cars that they have for year 2021. And we'll see what they got. Oh, look at this one. Holy cow. Then this is some hot fire right here. I think I'm gonna go inside and talk to him about this one. I think that this is gonna be the one we're gonna pick up today. Yeah, that right there looks about perfect. All right, hold on. Let me go talk to him and see what we can do about getting a test drive on this guy. So I was able to go in there. I talked to him, told him that I was interested in that Polo. So here we go. We got the key. Let's go take it for a test drive. Out here in the German countryside, and I was thinking that this right here would be the perfect terrain and environment to test this Volkswagen Polo. Alright, so here it is with the optional inline 4 1.2 liter. This right here is a perfect example though. It only has 81,000 kilometers. Alright, so here we are inside and getting ready to fire this thing up to take you guys on a road test. And I just want to let you guys know that this thing is producing 62 brake horsepower. Now, it might not sound like a lot, right? But in 1995, it was also equally as disappointing and still not that much. So, we're going to go ahead and start it up. Clockwork. Ready? Check this out. All right, everybody. So here we are inside of the Polo. And I think it's time that we go over some of the features that this interior features, right? So just being inside of here, it actually is quite a bit of room. Like my arm is all the way out and I can't get to that lock button, right? So it's not like I gotta stretch. It's not like I'm cramped in here, right? I'm not in some kind of smart car or something where my thigh is going to be touching the person's next to me. I actually have quite a bit of room in between here, right? Manual e-brakes, so you can do that cool power slide like Ken Block does. Here's a 5-speed manual transmission gear lever, and it's just really nice being in here. It's a nice place to be. There's a lot to look at. The aesthetic is completely appealing. Smells decent. Smells like 2001, 2003 men's locker room, kind of like an Axe clean shampoo smell. Pretty nice. The interior is in perfect nick, honestly, for being from 95. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better interior. So what do you get for your hard-earned money in a 1995 Volkswagen Polo? Well, the unique feature about the interior of the Polo is the seat adjustment, okay? Not only underneath your legs down here do you have the the slider to get it in and out. What if you're short and you want to see over this extremely high dashboard on this car? Well, look at this. We have two levers right here next to the seats, and what these do, look at that. All right, I got the spring in the seat reloaded to boost. Ready? We're gonna pull this up, and you are boosted. First off, I think it's nice to notice that the only wires that are going to the doors are going to be for the speakers, right? There's no other electronics on this door at all the way down to the mirror adjusters. It's this joystick that you can actually use to adjust the mirrors. Manual door locks, manual windows, manual locks. So it's super cool when you're picking somebody up and you got to reach over and unlock it. And that being said, also, if you want to get into the back seat, I'll show you how to do that, right? So here we are. I'll show you how to get in the back seat, right? So you want to get in the back seat and you pull it and you're like, oh man, I can't get into it. And it doesn't have a key lock. So you have to do it like this, where you reach your hand in, pull it up, and now you can get into the back. Very nice. Also, I think it's worth mentioning that it has an automatic rear hatch. I'll show you how that works. So here's the rear hatch. If this is vertical, it's locked, but right now it's unlocked. So you can open it up. It's big enough to put all of your stuff in there. And when you do this, you have to balance it on your head a little bit, right? Because of that automatic rear hatch. So I've got, you know, skateboard, backpack, and that kind of thing. And what's nice is this automatic rear hatch, once I do this and I step out of the way, it automatically closes without me having to touch it. Nice feature. All right. Another thing that's worth noting about the Majestic Polo, check this out. It comes equipped with a sunroof. It was an option, yes, sunroof. But what makes it better? This pulls down. You push this in. And there's the sky. We push it back in. There's that. And this, there it is. Push it up, grab this, slide it closed, sunroof activated, and you can be just like Magnum PI with the hair. But other than that, I mean, man, it doesn't get any simpler. There's a cigarette lighter. It doesn't come with a glove box. It comes with a glove tray, so your gloves can fit nice in there. Driver and passenger airbag, which is about the most high-speed thing on this car. Oh, it does have a tilt steering wheel. This lever right here, obviously you push it down and you can adjust the steering wheel height, and it's pretty cool. So I think that wraps it up for the, oh, and it has semi-automatic seatbelt for the driver. You can pull this out, put it here, and then when you let go, it kind of retracts. Yes, see? And so it's semi-automatic, and then I can just take it and I can feed it back into there, and we're on our way. All right, guys, so here we are. We are driving the Polo along the back country roads of the Saarland region in Germany. And I have to tell you, this thing is working great. It's like, it works like clockwork. Everything is perfect. The handling, how do I want to put it? If you were to slap Jello, that motion that a big old block of Jello would do, or something similar to that of like a power boat on the water, like the amount of body roll is probably pretty similar. Granted, it's got 13-inch wheels. It's perfect for just cruising through some corners. I mean, right now I'm going 80 kilometers an hour, just railing through some corners, no drama at all. Definitely I would not consider it precise at all. I would consider it adequate. This is a very adequate car. 62 horsepower, handling similar to that of a brick of Jello. The front has independent suspension. The rear is a solid unitrack style link where it's like a trailing arm and they're kind of connected. So that's interesting. 5-speed manual, I would say, is 100% the way to go with this car. If you were to get the automatic, I would be genuinely afraid that it wouldn't have enough power to get you out of harm's way. Because this 62 horsepower as it is already kind of pushing the limits of traction and the handling characteristics of this. If you are a 15-year-old German man who works part-time as a bread stalker, I would say that this car is perfect for you. This one particularly at the dealership, I showed you guys, I picked it up for 700 euros, roughly a little over $800. I was kind of afraid because in Germany the cars have to go through a different process to get legalized, like how we would have like emissions testing or something like that. the vehicles here, they have to go through a yearly safety inspection where they check the hoses, the ball joints, typical wear points of the vehicle, and then you get a safety certificate that allows you to register it for the next year. So that being said, it passed. Stress reliever there. Cost me $35 for a year's worth of registration. Can't beat that. What is the insurance price though, right? So here I am, an American driver in Germany with my 1995 Volkswagen Polo, 62 horsepower, and I want to be legally insured to drive the Autobahn at as fast as I want. So I call up the insurance company right outside of base and get the quote. Here we go, ready, we're gonna floor it. Oh God. Blew the phone off the stand, Jesus. Almost broke my neck too. Wow, that was impressive. All right, so getting back to where I was at previously, the insurance for this Polo is a 44 euros a month. So I think that comes up to barely cracking $50 a month to be legally insured. All right, so if I'm gonna be honest, I've gotten to know this Polo pretty good, and it has a few things just like when you find a new mate, right? You find somebody, they're attractive, everything's going good, and you're just waiting to figure out why they're still single, okay? The driver's door, right underneath my elbow, about 4 inches underneath the door lock actuator, the weather stripping is missing, which provides for excellent ventilation. However, during the weather like today where it's raining, I hear nothing but the squish of the water, and it's kind of obnoxious. But by far, 100%, the biggest thing that is limiting the capabilities of this Polo is the gearing. And I don't know if it's because it only has 13-inch wheels, so bigger wheels would make it better, or if it was on purpose, where if they put different gearing, you would be going too fast for your own good. But in 5th gear on the Autobahn, 122, 130 kilometers an hour, this thing is just rapping out. I'm talking like 4,500, 5,000 RPM to go the equivalent of about 75, 80-ish miles an hour, which doesn't sound that bad, but on the Autobahn, when, you know, every car, including a Toyota Yaris, can go by you at 110. All right, guys, so here we go. We're getting ready to get on the Autobahn. All the beans she's got. Here we go. Into 4th. I've been floored the whole time. Here we go. And still floored. There we go. 120. So I'm gonna wrap up the review with this. car's absolutely fantastic. It really doesn't do anything too great, right? Not very fast, doesn't handle very well. The gearing is all wrong for the Autobahn. I mean, it's just screaming right now, going 120 kilometers an hour. But what it does do is it reminds me not to take life too serious and just have fun. It really does. Like, just the monotony of owning it and having to walk around the vehicle to unlock a door or reach across or crank the sunroof open. I mean, the factory cassette player broke after 25 years. It really just adds to the experience of getting involved with the car, right? Your friends are in the car and they have to physically do something because you can't do it from where you sit. It puts a smile on my face, it really does. I think that's the best way I can put it. When I drive this, I'm just grooving. I'm bebopping along. People are passing me going twice as fast as I am. But I'm in a Polo, dude. It's like a pink, it's almost pink really. It's like a pink car. I'm doing 120. I'm smiling. I'm singing to myself because there's no radio, and I don't know. I dig it. It's fun. I would recommend this car to anybody. It literally is fantastic. It's one of those things that I think that the old saying is absolutely true when it comes to this car. It is funner to drive a slow car fast than a fast car slow.